alert. Get ready, be alert. Get ready, be alert. Get ready, be alert. Like a boxer on his toes, ready for a big hurt. He took off his shirt, trained in pain.
What's up, boxing fans, boxing critics, boxing analysts, boxing fanatics? What's going on, man? This is Renee, aka Box Young, coming back at you with another one, coming straight out of Mexico. We here, baby. Shouts out to the whole LDBC family, fanning international boxing, 7 Days Sports TV. What's going on? Shouts out to y'all, Blue Blood Sports TV, Boxing Clinic, and more, etc., etc. You know what I'm saying? The whole LDBC family. Shouts out to y'all, man, and amazing videos, everyone learning a lot from you guys, you know what I'm saying, and pushing out the truth, man, in boxing, you know what I'm saying. If y'all haven't tuned into Smoke City Mobcast, go check that out too, you know what I'm saying. Hot stuff right there, man, hot. All right. Hey, I want to get at this, you know what I'm saying. I want to talk about, I haven't heard anybody talking about it, you know what I'm saying, because I'm living here in Mexico, so I have a perspective from Mexico, boxing fans from Mexico, living in Mexico, you know what I'm saying. I've been here for years, man, so I got a scoop, I got an idea, you know what I mean. I got a panorama on the perspective of fans here in Mexico, not all of them, but quite a bit of them, you know what I'm saying, of the perspective on Canelo, man, like the true perspective of Canelo in Mexico. Obviously he has lots of fans, you know what I'm saying. He's a good boxer. I got to get this straight out right now, you know what I mean. What I think of him, he's an amazing boxer. He has skills, he's one of my, I don't know if he was one of my favorites, but I do like him as a boxer, man. He's a great, he brings strength into the ring. He brings that skill. He's growing. We saw him in the last rematch of Triple G. He just that I said it back in, I think in March. He got suspended with the drugs, whatever. I already said it, and in my other video, I don't even remember which video it was, man, but I think it was in Triple G. Don't do it, Triple G, because that was like my way of saying, Triple G, you're gonna rematch Canelo and you're gonna lose. And that's exactly what happened. And I even said that he was gonna, when this whole controversy came out with Canelo, that he was gonna get a slap on the wrist. He's gonna be back in a few months, and it's exactly what happened. So I knew it was gonna happen. We all know how the business of boxing is. Go check that video out if you haven't. It explains it all. So I knew he was gonna box out Triple G. He did it well. It was a nice fight, man, I gotta admit. But now let me get at this. Now look, I gotta explain to you guys. You guys already know the culture of Mexico. I assume, what I'm saying, that according, at least concerning boxing, I trained in the gym here. I told you guys that in another video, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? I shared a little bit upon that. Canelo, man, true Mexican fans, fight fans, I know a few of them, and I want to start with this. There was an interview with a Mexican boxer from back in the 70s, right? 70s, 80s. His name is Guadalupe Pintor, yeah? He was in bantamweight, and he was interviewed. He was interviewed on ESPN some time ago. About more than a year ago. I really don't remember the date, but you check it out on YouTube. Just put his name and put Canelo disgrace, but it's in Spanish. That's the thing. It's in Spanish. So he was asked some questions, and it's very true. And this is what I pointed out in one of my videos, which is called Box Talk. More business, less legends. It's exactly what I've been saying. It's exactly what the LDBC pushes out. You know what I'm saying? That he talks about, he was asked questions, and he talks about how boxers nowadays are making a whole lot of money, a lot more money than before, obviously. Cesar Chavez Jr., no way. Cesar Chavez Sr., he brought true Mexican style boxing, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get into that term, you guys know what I'm talking about, but he brought in what is true Mexican style boxing, you know what I'm saying? To the world. He introduced it, you know what I'm saying? And brought it to light, and I want to talk, and I talked a little bit about it in Box Talk, more business, less legends, where Cesar Chavez Jr., man, look at his record. Go to BoxRec, look at his record. He has about more than 100 fights, man, and this dude has only 6 losses. I don't know where I'm but what I'm getting at is, you don't see boxers like that nowadays. It's more marketing, you know what I'm saying? You do see some boxers, obviously, like I mentioned in that video also. I don't want to repeat all that, but there are great boxing legends out there still. We still got some amazing fights, you know what I'm saying? But this is where I'm getting at with Canelo, and I see more, he's being hyped up more than what he is, you know what I'm saying? You know, he got put in the ring with one of the best, Floyd Mayweather. You know, say what you guys want about him. I know there's a lot of negativity about him too, but we got to go back to his roots, man. Look at Mayweather, artist in the ring. You know what I'm saying? He got schooled. Canelo got schooled by Mayweather. And the thing is that, you know, Oscar De La Hoya, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure that the promoter, you know, his boss, you know, they're just looking out for him, which I understand in the business perspective, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is that they're making Canelo look like as if he was the legend and as if he were a legendary boxer who fights the best all the time. No way. I mean, we see that. Now he's going to fight Rocky Fielding. I mean, a lot of people don't even know who this is. There was a video just recently on YouTube that's put out. It's all in Spanish, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm getting at. It's Mexicans, man. Mexicans living in Mexico who live here, who have seen boxing all their lives, who have grown up around it, who have grown up watching the legends. You know what I'm saying? They don't see Canelo as what he is, you know, hyped up to be, you know. There was also recently, after the Triple G rematch here in Mexico, I don't remember what network it was on, but it was a, you know, sports network. And the reporters there were saying, you know, what else can Canelo do to convince us more? I mean, they were saying things like that, man. So, you know what I'm saying? And getting back to Lupe Pintor, he has, you know, 50 some odd fights back in those days. You know, he came up in sports where the best fought the best. That's where I talked about it also in another video I have. I think it's on Box Top. But, you know, I mentioned that you know, Lupe Pintor, he talks about, you know, Cesar Chavez Jr., how he is just, you know, way hyped up. He's nothing compared to his dad, with all due respect. You know what I'm saying? Respect. I have to say this first and foremost. I'm saying also, before I go even deeper, that I got to respect all boxers. You know what I'm saying? I respect all boxers, even though, you know, a lot of people call them bums and stuff. You know, I don't know, but, you know, just for the fact they're getting in the ring to fight somebody in a pro level, I mean, I got to respect that. You know what I'm saying? Me having sparred with people here in training, I mean, just by sparring, you feel, you know, yeah, it's nothing like a real fight, you know, in a fight night or something, but, you know, I got an idea, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I respect all the boxers out there, pro fighters, my respect. But I speak as a critic and I speak as a fan, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, getting back to that Chavez Jr., man, he has nothing. He's just riding on the name of his pops, you know what I'm saying? And which is cool, whatever, you know, he has a life, he got money. That's cool, you know, much ups to him. But as far as boxing is concerned and, you know, being a legend and really, you know, fighting the best, no way. No, Junior, and that's what Lupe Pinto talks about. He says, you know, one of the few here, he gives like names, he starts naming people, and Chavez Jr. was one of them. That he's in other words, he's not what he is hyped up as he is hyped up. And Canelo, man, he mentioned Canelo and he said, oh my gosh, I mean, I'm not gonna word by word it, but like, dude, he put Canelo down, dude. He said let me just say it in Spanish for you. He said, man, that Canelo es la decepción más grande que existe en el boxeo en el nivel mundial. I mean, don't get me word by word on that, but oh my gosh, dude, a little Spanish there for you, you know what I'm saying? But what he said is that Canelo is one of the biggest deceptions in the sport of boxing and a global level. Now, I don't agree with that 100%, you know what I'm saying? I don't agree with that, dude, but I respect Lupe, you know, a legendary Mexican boxer, dude. I mean, I respect his opinion all the way, but I just don't agree with it all the way. But I agree I can say this, that I think Canelo is more hyped up than what he is, you know what I'm saying? You know, why? I have my reasons. I explained time ago, you know, in other videos that, you know, that he vacated the first Triple G mandatory offer, the mandatory against Triple G years ago. He vacated it. And that is when Triple G was faster. I could say, I think, you know, he was in his prime at that time, and they just waited it out until he got slower, less powerful, etc., what I explained in my other videos. He fights, I mean, like I said, he fought Mayweather, one of the best, you know what I'm saying? And he got humiliated. He got schooled, you know? I love Canelo's style. I love his, you know, he's from Jalisco, man. That's where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? I'm born here, baby. I mean, you know, I got much ups to Canelo, no doubt. It's just that, you know, I haven't seen him. What happened here? And he's in the middleweights, fought Triple G rematch, which according to a lot of, you know, we can say people who know the sport well, very well, prominent media people, you know, they even question Canelo's rematch, the win, but I don't really question it. I think he did well. He boxed him out, just like I said before. like I predicted was gonna happen. He did it. He did it well. He boxed Triple G out well. You know, but at the same time, a lot of people said, oh, well, it was controversial just as the first fight. You know what I mean? Just as the first fight. So, I mean, what I'm getting at is that, I mean, he's great. Obviously, I love Canelo. You know, great boxer, but I mean, he can prove more. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Now he moved up to super middleweight, if I'm not mistaken. He's gonna fight Rocky Fielding, and we're getting back at that. There's another video he made. You know, it's in Spanish. It's on YouTube. And man, in Spanish it says, I'm not going to say the word because it's kind of offensive, but they say, who is this guy? You know, they put a little question mark in the video there. Who is this guy? Pointing at Rocky Fielding. It's true, man. A lot of people haven't even heard of who Rocky Fielding is. This kind of reminds me of, you know, this kind of reminds me some time ago when Canelo fought Liam Smith. When that fight was announced, we're like, you know, Liam Smith, this is easy work, man. And what happened? People were, you know, the promotion company, you know what I mean? They were hyping it up as if it was a big mega fight. I mean, come on, man. Even with Cesar Chavez Jr., you know, Canelo fight Cesar Chavez Jr. I mean, I was like, this is easy work. This is. I'm not gonna say it's a joke, but dude, I mean, it was. I knew it was gonna smash Jr. I'm gonna predict this too, guys. Canelo's gonna smash Rocky Fielding. He's gonna smash him. I think it's gonna be similar to like he did to Liam Smith, man. I mean, you know, it kind of reminds me also of Anthony Joshua, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just more hype, you guys. It's just more hype than who he really is. Anthony Joshua, I mean, UK loves him, but when you get out of the UK and go into the real boxing community or globally, I mean, a lot of people, they see through Anthony Joshua, you know what I'm saying? You ain't fighting the best, you ain't gonna get the best respect. You know, that's the bottom line. So here in Mexico, I got a friend also who he grew up around fighting, man. He grew up since he was a kid, man, and this guy knows. He knows. He always predicts on the spot. I always give him clips. He's a worker. He's a fellow worker of mine. He works at the same institute where I work at, you know what I'm saying? We talk a lot about boxing, you know what I'm saying? And I always show him clips. He grew up around fighting, man. He knows what fighting is, you know what I'm saying? Skills, tactics, techniques, you know, things like that. And I always show him clips, man, and I say, who do you think's gonna win? And he doesn't know, you know, he doesn't really know a lot of boxers in boxing now, because he grew up around the legends, man, around legendary boxing, you know what I'm saying? Not what it is today. I'm not saying now is not legendary, no, but I always show him, you know, Anthony Joshua clips, or, you know, sometimes Anthony Joshua, not really actually, but when he was respected more, I can say, when he fought Klitschko before Klitschko and that, but after that, I didn't really, but, you know, Wilder, yeah. I always show him clips and I say, who do you think's gonna win? Just watch the first 15 seconds. And he's watching the first 15, 30 seconds, and he says, oh, this guy's gonna win. And he doesn't even know who they are, you know what I'm saying? He knows a little bit, but I'm kind of educating him on the new boxers nowadays. I show him Spence clips, you know what I'm saying? Like full fights, not just highlights, no, full fights. You know, I just randomly go to the third round, fourth round. I say, who do you think's gonna win? And he's watching and studying, and, you know, first 30 seconds, he just points it out, boom. And he's about 98% correct, 98, 99%. He's always right, man. This guy is just, he knows fighting. That's what I'm getting at. And he told me the other day too, man. He's like, you know, Canelo's not, he's not. I mean, he needs to prove more. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm getting at, you guys. The boxing fans in Mexico who live in Mexico, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen that in the United States. So all due respect, man. I love, you know, the whole Mexican community. Big ups to y'all, you know what I mean? We're all family, you know. And I don't really look at races, honestly, man. We're all people, you know, in general. I respect all races, you know what I'm saying? I love them all. It's just that I've seen that in the United States, you know, I mentioned it before that it seems like Canelo's, you know, he had a lot of his followers are because of his, you know, for patriotic purposes. He's from Mexico, so all Mexicans have to follow him, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just see that more with him, you know, but, you know, we hope. I really do hope that Canelo really faces the big fighters. We're talking about Daniel Jacobs. I mentioned this before too. I can't, you know, we all want to see Daniel Jacobs against Canelo. We want to see Charlo against Canelo. We want to see, you know, real opponents. Even Billy Joe Sanders, that cheater. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sorry guys, but that dude cheated. He done messed it up. But whatever, you know. Billy Joe got some skills. You know, I wanted to see that. In the middleweights, you know, there's a lot of potential for Canelo to fight big names, big strong fighters. You know what I'm saying? I mean, real competition, who are in their prime. But what's going to happen? This is what I think is going to happen, you guys. I mean, Jacobs is not getting younger. Now I'm thinking when Jacobs, you know, a few years down the road, then they're going to call out Jacobs. You know, that Canelo fights Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? Then they're going to start calling out, you know, those names that were in their prime. And that's what I'm saying. I've told this before, guys. It seems like, you know, Canelo fought Mosley, who would years and years out of his prime. Come on, guys, face the facts. I mean, Amir Khan, I mean, what, he moved up 2 divisions. He got knocked, his glass chin got shattered. You know what I'm saying? I mean, much respect to Khan, but facts are facts, you guys. You know what I'm saying? He's been fighting just, I mean, easier. People they know he'll win. You know what I'm saying? I knew Triple G wasn't gonna win. I mean, you guys can read that a mile away. He vacated it years ago. You know, Canelo. So it's like it seems like they're just doing the right moves at the right time, knowing when to fight who, when they know Canelo will win. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. That's what I've seen. You know, that's what I've heard around here in Mexico. So, I mean, you know, to sum it up, seems like Mexico, you know, obviously has some fighters, but a lot of that hype, you guys, just you know, bumps him up more than what he is. You know, and this is not just with Canelo, I'm saying, but it goes with a lot of fighters in boxing. I mean, a lot of them. You know, not all of them, but a lot of them. So, comment, please. This is not a hate video. Of course not. You guys know that I've said in other videos, I speak as an unbiased fan. I'm not biased. You know what I'm saying? You know, I repeat again, Canelo's an amazing boxer. You know, much respect. I like him a lot. But, you know, he has to prove more. That's what I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying? According to the boxing community in Mexico, too, they saying that he got to prove more. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm unbiased totally. I just speak as a fan. You know what I'm saying? So much love to the boxing community. You know, subscribe, like, video. This is a new channel, so, you know, I just do it when I have time. I've been real busy down here. But, yeah, much love to y'all. Peace.
Show 'em what's up, man. Show 'em what's up, man.
Now I'm fresh on the scene, disciple of the King DQ says the name, but I'm living out this process. Question for Christ is my only desire. Harder we go, but we're running with a vision. Louder we game, but we do bring a message. Louder and prouder like my fellow black sisters. Brothers in arms, but we do have a purpose. Search for the kingdom and we hunt a God rise. So go to the end of the world with a message. Christ still the King and you best better know it's the way. Truth is the life itself, unashamed of it, gospel like the one.